Hi everyone. Thanks. Yes, I'm Anastasia, your local mail order comedian. So happy to be here. So happy to see all of you here tonight. I have a quick question for you guys. Clap if you pee in the shower. It's normal, right? It's okay. It's okay. My boyfriend caught me peeing in the shower. Ex-boyfriend. You know what he said to me? He said, aren't you going to turn the shower on? He's always been so toxic. After 5 years of living together, turns out we have too many differences. For example, he didn't like that I snore at night. And I didn't like that he was fucking someone else. I dream of a boy who grew up in a very poor household, with no spoons, with no forks, with no utensils at all, and he's used to eating out of a plate with his tongue like this. Well, since we're talking about oral, I recently hooked up with a dentist. Yeah. You know, what brought us together is that him as a dentist and me as a stand-up comedian, we both give people smiles. Yeah, I know, yeah. Yeah, I let him fill in my cavities, if you know what I mean. Okay, downside of hooking up with a dentist is he always keeps trying to make conversation with me while my mouth is full. Well, and when I'm done, hands me over a glass of water to rinse and spit. Anyways, we broke up because he caused me great pain and then charged me for it. I don't want you guys to think that all Ukrainian girls are sluts. No, it's just me. I put out for anti-tank weaponry. Well, fun fact about me, I actually grew up in Canada. And there, I noticed that every immigrant doing a mundane service job is so fucking eager to tell you that back in his home country, he's a doctor or engineer. And I thought to myself, I'm an immigrant, but I haven't been back to my home country, to Ukraine, for over 10 years. What if I go back to Ukraine and turns out I'm a doctor or engineer? So I came back, obviously. Turns out I'm a stand-up comedian. Yeah. Yeah, I've experienced a lot of hardships throughout the war in Ukraine. The worst one was countrywide prohibition. Do you guys remember in the beginning of the war? No alcohol. Yeah. That sucked. And no one in their right mind wants to pursue a career of a stand-up comedian in a war-torn country sober. So I knew exactly what to do. Go to grandma's house. Because my grandma, my baba, she loves gardening, and she has a special section in her garden dedicated to her new best friend, Maria Juanivna. Yes, that's the story of how my grandma, my baba, became my dealer. Let me tell you, there's nothing better than locally grown, organic, fresh greens from grandma's garden. She's a big fan of Bob Marley, so we call her Baba Marley. To be blunt with you, grandma's house is the best place to do drugs. Yeah. There you have a lot of colorful patterned drugs to stare at, avant-garde macrame art, freshly baked goods. I love my grandma. Oh, thanks for that one person. Unfortunately, Baba Marley passed her last joint last spring. Yeah, but now every time I look up in the sky and I see clouds in the sky, I think, yes, that's my Baba Marley smoking it up in heaven. I have a friend who's a therapist. She's actually an addiction counselor. So this is a very interesting story. Yeah, she has a client who's addicted to being that professional person on stage who gets hypnotized. Bless you. So she's addicted to being hypnotized on stage. She's like chasing these hypnotists. Like she's following the show city to city, state to state. She spends her summers in Vegas just to get one more chance to get hypnotized on stage again. One time, she hooked up with a hypnotist. And her orgasm was bigger and like better than ever. But while she was coming, she sounded like this. Bok, 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 bok. Yep. Yeah. What next? That was supposed to be a good joke. Okay. I have this joke. It's an interactive joke. So I say, Russians are so stupid. And you guys say, how stupid are they? Deal? Okay. Russians are so stupid. How stupid are they? Russians are so stupid. They don't know what work is. The only way a Russian can travel and see the world is by war and travel visa. Russians are so stupid. How stupid are they? Russians are so stupid. They don't have abortions in Russia. The only way you can get rid of unwanted child is give birth to it, raise it for 18 years, and then send it off to Ukraine to die. Russians are so stupid. How stupid are they? Russians are so stupid, they don't read online magazines. If you give an e-newspaper to a Russian, the first thing he'll try to do is wipe his ass with it. That's just a fact. Russians are so stupid. How stupid are they? Russians are so stupid. The only thing they can truly occupy is their own shithouse. And let's end this performance with a little something that I like to call Ukrainian wartime foreplay. Do you guys know what that is? Слава Україні! Слава нації! Україна! Thank you guys so much. Have a great evening.